When you're new to Dead by Daylight, it can be really confusing trying to figure out what you're doing wrong and what you're supposed to be doing. So in this video, I'm going to be covering the top perks for helping you improve as a new player, for both Killer and Survivor. First up is going to be Windows of Opportunity from Kate Denson. Windows of Opportunity is the first perk that any new player should pick up when they get the game. This perk highlights the auras of all windows and pallets in your area, which will be very helpful to those of you who don't know where the spawns are and don't really survive for very long. By highlighting all windows and pallets, it will in turn show you where to go in order to not die immediately. This is something that I really wish was in the game back when I was learning the game. And second, we have Sprint Burst from Meg Thomas. Speaking of when I was learning the game, Sprint Burst is actually the perk that I used to carry myself to victory back when I had no idea what I was doing. This perk gives you a huge burst of speed when you start sprinting, which allows you to zip across the map and find a pallet. This is really good for when you don't know how to position properly, and it carries new players into victory even at high ranks. Combining that with Windows of Opportunity means you aren't going to get punished much at all, even if you play terribly. Next up is going to be Technician from Feng Min. Technician is really useful for new players as a lot of people struggle with skill checks when they're new to the game. Technician will stop generators from blowing up when you miss a skill check, meaning the killer won't come and kill you every time you fail one, which will obviously make learning a lot easier as you don't have to worry about dying every time. And now we have Fixated from Nancy Wheeler. If you're struggling to hide from killers and they always seem to find you, it's probably because you're leaving behind scratch marks. Fixated will help you with this by letting you see your own scratch marks, allowing you to hide better and realize how exactly the killers are finding you. Bringing some killer love to this list is going to be Predator from the Wraith. We have another scratch mark related perk, this time being Predator, which makes scratch marks appear much closer and tighter than normal. This allows you to track survivors very precisely, and it helps deal with a lot of scratch mark bugs, e.g. scratch marks going in the wrong direction, and it allows you to track survivors really easily. Next up is Bloodhound, also from the Wraith. Just like Predator, Bloodhound is another tracking perk. This one makes all injured survivors' blood glow bright red so you can track them with ease. It doesn't matter if a survivor runs through grass or goes a mile away, you will be able to see that blood glowing from a very good distance. Moving back to Survivor, we have Spine Chill. Spine Chill is an amazing perk with lots of different uses. The first and most obvious is that it lights up whenever a killer is looking at you. This is really good as it completely counters every stealth killer in the game, and it gives you a fair warning beforehand for fast traveling killers like the Hillbilly for example. It means you can start running before you even see them. On top of that, it also speeds up any action by 6% whenever you are being looked at by the killer. This includes vaulting, which means you will chase very efficiently with this perk. Next up is Bitter Murmur. Bitter Murmur is a great perk for getting some pressure back after you've lost the generator. With this perk, every time a generator is completed, every survivor that's close to that gen has their aura highlighted for a set amount of time. This means that you can quickly get some pressure back after losing a gen, which can help stop the survivors from snowballing if you're losing gens. And to finish this off, we will have Bloodpoint perks for both Killer and Survivor, being Barbecue and Chili from Leatherface and We're Gonna Live Forever from David King. Let's start things off with Barbecue and Chili. Barbecue and Chili gives the player up to 100% bonus points at the end of a match, 25% for each first time a survivor is hooked. This also has the added bonus of revealing survivor auras from a certain distance away after you've hooked someone. But the main focus of this perk is of course the bonus points. And for We're Gonna Live Forever, you will also get up to a 100% bonus points at the end of a match, but you get each stack of 25% based on getting a safe unhook, taking a protection hit, saving a teammate via pallet stuns, or saving a teammate via flashlight blinds. This gives you the added bonus of healing survivors twice as fast if they're slugged on the floor. But once again, the main focus here is the blood points. And there you have it, those are the perks that I would recommend for new players to grab when they're learning DBD. Just pick whichever perks fix the problems you're having and you're off to go. If you have any more suggestions for perks that new players should grab, definitely leave them in the comments below and make sure to explain why. With that being said, thank you for watching and hopefully I'll see you all in the next one.
Shadows, they follow you in the darkness.
Don't know where to go, might lose control over every single thought of my heart and my soul. Getting ripped it apart like I do not know what isn't right, so I unroll. Let the demons get a hold and they change my mode, leading me into a realm that remains unknown. And ahead of me the blade like an old fair road, telling me to rid the bodies that are up below.